Okay, in this third video, we're just going to look at preparing your design for cutting. So we've got these well, designs here that we're going to cut out. If you need to do some more editing on it, so if you're just looking at, say, the school brand or the school logo, but you didn't want the square, what you'll find is when you click on it, you're selecting the whole thing, and when you double click on it, you're sub-selecting layer that object as a layer. So if I could double click on that, then I can get deeper into different parts of it. And you can see there's different layers going on here. If I wanted to match that with logo here, then hold on Shift to constrain it, reduce it, and yeah, there you go. So that's some basics for you. So looking at cutting these now, we just go into File, Print, and we're looking at adding printer, VLS2. That's the laser cutting, and then we're going to go to Setup and Preferences. And it's going to bring up this other window, and as I was saying before, we've just got black for engraving and red for cutting. So in theory, what we'll do is we click on it, and for cutting, we want high power and low speed. So it'll go up to 100% power or low power. So you obviously need to do some tests to see what works with your material. You do have some options for materials, base materials, and so you can search through here to find out whatever material you're cutting, and that'll match the power and the speed needed. But I generally tend to use my own settings and test it out to see what works best and get the optimal power and speed. So yeah, so generally with a cut, you want it with the top sort of 90%, 80 to 90%. So we're trying like 85, but the speed should be reduced down to sort of 10% or under. PPI leave at 500, and then Z-axis here. So if you measure your material before you do the laser cut, so we're doing acrylic, so 3 mil, 4 mil MDF. So just measure it and then dial it in here. Okay. Just don't forget to press set. So that's set that as a red, and that's locked in. And then for the black, again, just make sure they're all the same. Well, actually not all the same, but just the Z-axis is the same. So that'll be 3 mil. And then the power. So for an engrave, we will drop it down to below 20, maybe up to 12, 15, something like that. And then the speed's going to be generally high. So the sort of opposite of the red. So low power, high speed. That PPI should be at 500. And don't forget to click on set, apply it, click OK, and print. Nothing's going to happen at that point until you click on this icon here for the control panel, and then this will bring it up here. And just double check that the settings are all the same. So what you dialed in earlier for the engraving and for the cutting is the same, because they might alter. Click set, apply it. Just make sure USB is plugged in, and you power it up. Do the startup setting, and click on this. Once this goes green, click on it, and away you go. Just make sure the extractor's on, and happy cutting.